Hello, everyone. You are all welcome to Nebo TV. My name is Nekmen Obasoge, broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada. And today we are here to discuss about the upcoming presidential election in Nigeria 2023. Some Nigerians claim that the major political positions in the country is concentrated in the hands of the Northerners. And today I have in the studio Mr. Magnus Oraka, all the way from the northern region of Nigeria. So he's here to discuss about the upcoming presidential election in Nigeria, that the presidency should come to the southern region of Nigeria in 2023. Hello, Mr. Oraka.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm glad to be with you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for
Come on,
joining us today.
okay.
So yeah,
Am I
let's
loud and clear?
yeah, you are loud. Yeah, we can hear you clearly. So go ahead and tell us more about this presidency that yeah, presidency must come to the southern region of Nigeria.
Okay. Let me first set a preamble.
Mm.
First and foremost, Nigeria is at its worst and most precarious situation ever since independence. And that is because we have for a long time bickered amongst ourselves from ethnic and region, sometimes religious point of view. However, the complications or intricacies that involves the polity of Nigeria will even confuse the most sane mind because of the mischievous people that have found themselves in power. At the end of the day, Nigeria, with all its endowment in wealth, has not lived up to its equals in terms of international comparison, and therefore we are left behind. By south of Nigeria simply means the south, southeast, southwest. If this program were to be on the actual region that's supposed to be south, the southern region is supposed to be bigger than that, but that is not the subject of today's discussion. Now, it has become pertinent that the presidency of Nigeria must come to the south, because every time the presidency has come to the north, it has always been, administered with the policy of a northern agenda. From the days of Abacha, Babangida, and more recently Buhari, it has been fraught with a mischievous northern agenda. It is even more pronounced in the Buhari administration that we have apparently. Now, when Buhari came in, everybody had this seeming sympathy for Buhari because it was bombarded in our ears then that the Goodluck administration, that is the immediate past administration, was corrupt. In fact, they painted the level of corruption as if, like in the words of some of my friends, it was all an open looting spree. But I do recall then that with all the so-called looting that was hyped, we had commodities that were bought far, far lower than what we have today. For instance, we bought fuel at 87 naira, while today's fuel is 167 naira, twice the normal price we used to buy it. As at the time they claimed there was corruption. We used to buy a mudu of rice, that's a measure of rice, for 300 naira. Now it's 1,000 naira. That's three times the normal price. We used to buy a bag of rice for 7,500 naira. Now it's 30,000 naira. That's almost four times the usual price. A kilo of meat used to be 300. Now it's 1,000. It's 2,000. That's about six times the normal price. So a dollar was about 180 then. Now it's 500. That's about almost four times. So, and if we keep leaving things to go on, there is no sign or indicators in the near future that Nigeria will assume a progressive state, so much so that the ordinary man on the street will begin to say, okay, Nigeria is assuming a state where we can enjoy the dividend of the so-called democracy. Therefore, because of the outright nepotic approach to the polity of Nigeria, people are now dissatisfied, leading to agitation across the country. We have the likes of the Biafra agitators, the Odua agitators, and other agitators such as the Ijaw, the Benin, the Niger Delta. Everybody's aggrieved because a certain people believe that they own this country, and therefore they must determine how this country must be governed. We have spent over 6 years in the Buhari administration, and all we spent our precious time talking is how we can coexist with cows, with animals. Immediately before this video, I saw somebody who sent me a video from a third mainland bridge, and there was a loose cow running on that third mainland bridge in Lagos. Now you can imagine the type of accident that such a cow can cause, and the resultant effect of such ghastly accident on that road could be chaotic and result into chain effect. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Nekpe, you are living in Canada. I don't think you will see cows running in a highway, in a high-speed double lane, such as Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos. You cannot see cows and vehicles using the same road. It's not possible. So, and the fact that the Buhari administration has come and shown a lot of bias, particularly when it comes to tackling this insecurity in Nigeria today that has completely pervaded Nigeria. We have a president who knows that we have banditry in the north, kidnapping virtually in the north that has also spread all over the north. And then we saw a president who tackles the issue of kidnapping and banditry in the north with kid gloves, pretending it doesn't there. In fact, there are cases where when people are arrested, they receive orders from above that these people arrested should be set free. But we saw a president who wasted no time to arrest somebody he claimed to be a terrorist from Kenya and is currently in Nigeria being tried. We saw the same president making effort to bring another agitator in Yoruba land to Nigeria. Now, if it is so easy and it is so swift for the president to adopt such drastic measure to quell insurgents or unrest in the south, we believe that he can apply such method also in the north, which we don't see. So it is very obvious. And then very recently again, we saw where I think I read something where they said the Delta State government have agreed to secede 5,000 acres of land for grazing, and to rub insult upon injury, as if to massage their arrogance, they are asking for 30,000 acres and not 500 acres. Instead, they're asking for 30,000 acres. You can imagine that. So when other tribes go to the north to do business, I am living in the north. I pay rent for the house I'm living in. My wife pays rent for the shop she has. Either you are or either you have a filling station. Everything you do, you pay for it. But here we have a government who is trying to bring a policy that gives land to the northern herders free of charge. That in itself goes a long way to cause every southerner to be unwary. Now, the only time the country we call today Nigeria has experienced something in the semblance of fairness and equity was when a southerner became president, talking about Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan. When we had Obasanjo as the president of Nigeria, nobody complained about nepotism. Nobody complained about favoritism. Everybody was happy.
Tribalism. That is what
when we had Goodluck Jonathan, nobody complained of nepotism. Nobody complained of tribalism. In fact, all we heard was just the propaganda and the fake news media who said that they were looting. They were looting, but they were paying salaries as at when due. They were looting, but you were buying commodities at affordable rate. Now, one of the catalysts that also set up to the high rate of crime in the north is that all governments, all presidency that the north has ruled Nigeria more than everybody, but they've not exert any effort to they've not exert any effort to enhance the educational prospects of the north. Rather, we see governments who are trying to, keep the mainstay of illiteracy in the north, trying to sustain the illiteracy in the north, because illiteracy now a merchandise that is used to bargain for a piece of the national cake in the guise of quota system, sharing of this thing. You can't imagine where we have a country after independence, from independence to now, 1960 to now, it's about 70 something years. From independence, yeah, it's about 60 something years. From independence to now, after 60 years, some people are still proudly referring to themselves as educationally less developed state. What have you been doing in 60 years that you cannot match your southern counterparts in terms of literacy? So we find the people who are now weaponizing illiteracy, are now using illiteracy as a bargaining chip. So we now see a people who believe that, well, you don't need to go to school, you don't need to do anything. We have people in the House of Assembly who, when they speak, you know that these people have no education at all, but yet they find a way to be in the House of Assembly, and these are people making policies for me and you who are literate, who understand the intellectual dynamics of such political variables. But you don't, and then you expect somebody who didn't go to school to look at political variables from all the dynamics and bring a law that suits everybody in a fair and equitable manner. So hold on. So the reason, so having seen all this, I was confident that leaving the administration from experience, apart from Yaradua, who unfortunately didn't live long to exhibit his fair approach to this thing. Every northerner who have tried to come to exhibit fair approach to governance has, for some mysterious reason, not allowed to continue. Yaradua was a good man, but he was not allowed to exhibit. Every other leader that has come from the north has always come with a northern agenda. The only people who have been in governance and has brought up something that looks like equity and fairness in governance are from the south. But that is not the main reason we are even saying that presidency must come to the south. The reason why we are saying presidency must come to the south is that the north has had their fair share of governance. But if you ask every northerner, because they believe they have mastered the art of this political mischief, they will start counting from where the 1999 constitution started, from the republic where 1999 constitution started. No, sir. We are going to call those who have ruled Nigeria right from independence, from Tafawa Balewa to Gowon, to Abacha, to Babangida, to Yaradua, to Abacha, to Murtala Mohammed. And if we look back to that, so, okay, what are the legacies of these northern rulers? There is absolutely nothing.
Yes.
But if you talk of Obasanjo today, at least you can talk about the BVN, you can talk about the there's so many legacies that you can associate with Obasanjo. If you talk about Jonathan, there are so many legacies, at least the 9 universities spread across the Almajiri school, the okay, it was Obasanjo that brought national ID card, Goodluck brought BVN. So there are things you say, okay, because of Southerners in power, this is what they have brought, and this is what we are enjoying today. You understand me?
Yeah,
So,
Mr. Raka, I understand that. Let me just quickly come in here. Yeah, don't you think that the illiterate children that they are raising in the northern region of Nigeria is putting pressure on the Nigerian resources? Because they spend a lot of money
absolutely
compensating bandits, terrorists, militants in the northern region of Nigeria. And these resources, majority of the Nigerian resources is coming from the south region or the southern region of the
absolutely
country. And these people, when you look at what is happening in the northern region of Nigeria, they compensate bandits. Boko Haram, those children that they kidnap
Absolutely.
all the time from different schools in the northern region, definitely they compensate them before the release of those children.
It's a good thing.
And
It's
these
a
are
good thing you brought this angle. See,
billions
I
of
like you so
dollars,
much.
billions of dollars
Yeah, I like you so.
invested in fighting
Yeah.
Boko Haram. These resources are all
Mm,
coming from the south region of Nigeria. How many
yeah.
militants are we producing in the southern region of Nigeria? How many militants? But when
Now,
it comes to the
let
north,
me
we have
let
the
me
Boko
let
Haram,
me
we have
let
the
let,
bandits,
let me
we have the
hold on.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
let me spread the dynamics here,
Mm,
because we are swimming on very complicated territories here. So I will try as much as possible
mm,
to dissipate these intricacies so that we understand the dynamics. You see, what is happening today in the north is years of neglect of youths that will govern the future of the north. Today we have more illiterates, more unskilled illiterates than the few literates that they have in the north. Now, when you have illiterates who are now populated with a failing economy, what the foundation you are setting is an environment for crime.
crime. Yes.
That is exactly what is going on.
Mm,
So, because of the hard realities, because if you come to the north, they are not producing anything. What feeds the north is the subvention that comes monthly to the governors, which goes to the salary earner. Then the salary earner go to the market to buy things. Now, the money that is coming to the north is not enough now to cater for the excesses and the redundancies of the north.
mm,
That is what is happening. And when you have large number of youth that are unemployed, not only unemployed, that are also illiterate, what you have is a potential for an explosion of crime rate. So when I saw this banditry and kidnapping, it's not strange to me, because what is happening is you see a group of illiterate youths kidnapping a school and they give them 800 million. Wow. Just like that. For me, who is a graduate, it's going to take me some years to be able to work, if at all I can even match 800 million naira. But they are giving. Then another group of youth sees that, well, this group of youths did this thing and they were offered 8 million. Let's go and do our own. Then they go and do our own. They go and do their own. And you see, when this crime go on and you keep compensating them, it will not stop. Now, to me, it is an opinion. I begin to see that because the north are in charge of the government, they are now seeing ways to empower their youth
mm,
through this banditry and kidnapping.
mm.
Let me also tell you something.
Mr. Raka,
Very recently, during the end,
let me quickly jump in.
okay.
Let me quickly jump in. A few months ago, I did research based on the crude account. You know, the crude account is where they deposit money coming from the crude oil from the south region of Nigeria.
Mm,
And when
mm,
Buhari came to power, it took $1 billion specifically to fight Boko Haram from the crude accounts.
yeah.
This is not included
Mm,
with the ones that were allocated to fight Boko Haram during the regime of Goodluck Jonathan. So when Buhari came, it took another $1 billion from the crude account to fight Boko Haram. Just imagine without Boko Haram in the system coming from the northern region, what do you think that money will serve the southern region? But developments, you understand, $1 billion is enough to invest in infrastructure, other development in the southern region of Nigeria. But they took this money to fight the illiterate children that they are raising in the northern region of Nigeria. You can see how much these people are putting pressure on our resources. That is why today we don't have good social services in the country, no good infrastructure. The country is not developing because the money that's supposed to be put or allocated for developing the country are all, they are placing all this pressure on our resources to fight the children,
absolutely.
the bandits. Only in the northern region you see bandits, they compensate bandits, they dialogue with bandits, the militants. We have three groups in the northern region: bandits, militants, Boko Haram terrorist group. So right now in Nigeria, without the northern region of the country, if for instance, if we have to divide Nigeria, let's see if these people will have enough resources, given that they have a bunch of illiterate children in the northern region. Education is not encouraged in the northern region of Nigeria. If we remove them away from Nigeria, how will they survive or sustain with the small resources from the north and be compensating their Boko Haram children? It's a big question.
No, the truth is that Nekpe, you're speaking like every southerner that I've been speaking with. You see, these people are very, very cunning, and they are like they are evil geniuses. They are, how do I put it? They are not poor at all. What we have is oil resources. They have natural resources and manpower resources. They have not put that in use. If tomorrow in the future, which will definitely come, our resources, the oil resources, is
depleted,
is dissipated.
Depleted.
They have large expanse of farmlands, very, very large. Look, there was a time we had granite pyramids, the cotton industry, the cotton farm, which today we have the oil mill. We have Grand Cereals and oil mills that produces vegetable from the cotton seed. We have NASCO that produces cornflakes and a lot of things from raw materials from the north here. The truth is that because oil resources is a quick revenue generating resource, that's why, and then we have lazy Nigerians, lazy politicians, lazy leaders who want this thing to come fast. They rather concentrate on what will bring money sharp and forgo developing these other resources. Because Israel today is basically an agro economy, an agro allied, is it, how do you put it? It's an agro-based economy, rather. Yeah, it's an agro-based economy. And today they are not begging, they are not borrowing. So there is far more wealth in agriculture than in oil. Yeah. It's just that oil has a faster means of revenue generation than, let me tell you, if you go and extract crude oil from one source, it doesn't mean.
Let me tell you one thing. I will interrupt you here. Let me tell you one thing about agriculture. Yes, they have more power in the northern region. Yes, they have the farmlands in the northern region. However, you should recall how many farmers have been displaced by Boko Haram and militants in the northern region. These people cannot go to their farmlands because of this insecurity.
No, we are not talking about. We are not talking about.
Without security, proper security in the northern region, they would never be productive in the country. You understand that?
That's no. See, like, hello. You see, what has encouraged the redundancy of the north is the myopic nature of the southern politicians for not standing guard of their wealth. They have encouraged the north to believe that, well, we may as well not develop our own wealth if we can pick other people's wealth easily. That is exactly what is going on. Because it is the north that is determining how the PIB petroleum PIB bill that was just passed in the north. They were telling us that they will give the oil producing state 5% and then 30% to the Federal Republic. Now, you have not shown a resolve to protect your wealth. You have shown them that it is easy to actually use political power to exploit your wealth. So you probably will do it too. So until the South begin to realize that the wealth in question is their own, he who plays the piper dictates the tune. Now we are just in custody of the piper, but we are not the one dictating the tune, because we have not realized that the holes in the piper it's our hand that we're dictating it to. So what we're actually doing is that there's a piper in our mouth. We are the one blowing it. We are the one making the sound. But it is the hand of the north that is dictating which tune that should come out.
Mr.
What we are saying today, hold on. Let me quickly drop this one. If today the oil finish, you will see how good the north is in developing their own wealth. Forget this thing that you have seen that farmers cannot go their land. In any case, we are talking about reasons why. We're talking about reasons why presidency should come to the South, right?
Yes.
So that we don't lose focus.
I just I
Should I
think
go ahead?
my line of thoughts. I wanted to say something, but okay, yes, I remember now. With the political structure of the country right now, I don't see any certain candidates that can compete with the Northerners, because all eyes on Atiku, Abubakar Atiku right now. So who are there who can compete with Atiku right now? Um, Bola Tinubu is not a very honest guy in the southern region of Nigeria. It's not very honest. So who is there right now that can compete with Atiku in this upcoming election?
Okay.
We have to
Now
be
I
realistic.
hope this.
Mm,
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, no, no, no. Very good. I'm being realistic with you.
Mm.
Now I hope the last comment is a question and not a statement, because I'll be so disappointed that when I see Southerners thinking like this, it is the political self defeatism that the North has been able to sow in us based on false narratives. There's this narrative that the North have sold to us that they are more than us in population. That is a fat lie,
Not
huge,
population,
blatant lie.
not in population,
Now,
Mr.
the
Raka. This is
political
not about
look,
population. We are
the
talking
reason why,
about how
well,
strong
yeah,
a
you asked
candidate
me a
can be.
question, so let me respond.
Okay.
The political permutation favors the North because the South has not made effort to realize their political strength. Because we bask in this ethnic division that we so enjoy in bathing in basking in the South. There is no way if today the South, that is the Southeast, the South, and the Southwest cooperate. If they cooperate, I can assure you that the middle belt want to be on the winning. People of the middle belt know that aligning with the northern cabal will definitely shortchange them. They are already suffering now as it is. The reason why they are not willing to work with us because we don't have this act of we don't have the resolve to show that we are serious or we are even good at putting up a resistance. That's why they are not. That's why they are not willing to align with us. But if today the Southeast, the South, and the Southwest jettison this idea that if the presidents come from the West, let everybody, the Southeast and South support them. If the presidency comes from the Igbo land, let the Southwest and the South support him. There is no way the North will defeat us. Now you're talking about candidates. We have very, very good candidates that can stand the popularity. Like for instance, now in the North here, I can tell you a candidate like Peter Obi from the Southeast is an acceptable candidate here in the North. I live in the North and I'm telling you, you get me. A Tinubu, though Tinubu, the religious fanatics will want to vote him because they believe he will carry on with this religious nonsense, religious nepotism that
Tinubu is not a
Buhari
honest.
has.
It's not a honest guy.
No, so for
So
me, which is my opinion, Tinubu is a no, no, no for me. For me, Atiku, I loved him. I was my candidate before, but I will be the biggest idiot now to be supporting a political notion that shifts power from one Fulani man to another northern man. I
to
will
be
be
honest, I will
it
say
clearly
this.
it
I will I will
it,
say
it,
this today.
it will be a clear submission. It will be a clear
Mm.
submission that indeed the North owns Nigeria. So I will be the last person. If Atiku is indeed an honest man as he claims he is, he should use his political resource to champion another a southerner to become a president. He can champion what's his name, Wike. Someone like Wike is resolute and he's a no nonsense guy, which somebody will want, and he can rule this. He can rule Nigeria.
Yes,
Eh?
we
This other Yoruba man, I don't know I've forgotten his name, I can't remember. We have candidates there, so I would not want to, bandy a narrative that suggests that we lack people that we can put forward to contest any presidency from the North. That is not true. For
look.
now, as I'm telling you, the population
Wike
of
will
the Middle
make
Belt.
Wike will make a very strong candidate in the southern region.
Mm.
However, will he volunteer to run? That is another question. But right now, with the political
That is
structure,
why
I guarantee you that there's
why
no way there's no way we can take the presidency away from the northern region for 2023. Not until the
the,
next yes, not until the next session before we can be contemplating on another leader coming from the southern region. But right now,
Okay, do you know why? Do you know
we
why
should
the
be
North? Do you know
realistic.
why?
Yeah, we
Let
should
me
be
forget before I
realistic of
forget.
things. Mm.
Mm.
Go
Before I
ahead.
forget this thing, do you know why the North is apprehensive anytime they hear that the Southern governors came together? The North knows, and I repeat that, and I want people to quote this small part for future references. The North know that they are not exactly as strong as they make the South think. They know it. But what encourages them to play the ostrich mentality? The ostrich spreads its feather and makes it look bigger than its normal size. Sorry, the peacock spreads its feathers and makes it itself look bigger than it ordinary is. That is what they not do. Now, because you don't know your strength, you give me the room to make me become stronger than you. So whenever the southern governors come together, they agitate somehow to intimidate the northern southern governors from thinking that what they are doing is wrong. Now we have had northern governors forum meeting like God knows how many times, like I can't count. Only two is shaking the north. Now it was because
Mr.
of this
Raka,
idea and this
you should understand that the one problem affecting the certain leaders is that there's no unity. There's no unity.
yes,
You know that coming
this is
together
where me and
in
you come in.
solidarity.
This
Yes,
is
there's
where
no
me and you
unity.
come in.
So
This
that is one of those things that will affect this presidency coming to the certain region.
yes,
Look at
yes, and I'm telling you,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm telling you that's what the North is banking on, because every time there's this political permutation between North and South, there's only one thing that has sustained the confidence of the North, and that is the fact that we are not capable of uniting. We can't even unite within one region, talk less uniting across one region. So we don't have it. So anytime they see the southern governors coming together, they are afraid that such an event might lead to the South understanding their strength, which is why I felt necessary that now I told you we created a group on Facebook, and it is called Presidency Must 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 come to the South in 2023. And by South, we mean either Southeast, South, and Southwest. For now, we have about 163 members there. So we are trying as much as possible to create awareness from that group. Now, if we have such a group that is up to about 20,000 or 30,000 naira, and sorry, 20 naira, we have such a group that has up. This Buhari don't make country hard. If you call figure and money, they follow him.
Mr.
So
Raka,
if we have
Mr. Raka, you can see the northern governors, how cooperative they are. You can see how strong that group is compared to the Southern. The other day when the South leaders organized a meeting where they invited Buhari to come for the first time, he didn't show up, and they invited him for the second time when he sent some delegates to represent him. And that you remember that meeting, the Southern leaders.
yeah,
so you can see the discussion that day that these leaders, they were not serious, they were not firm in that, what they were saying. Who was making the speech was the governor of Delta State. These people were not firm enough. We all watched the video. We watch it. The
no, we have sold our birthright.
We are not strong enough. We are not united enough in the southern region of
the truth is that the truth is that we had sold our birthright long enough, and you don't expect us to reclaim our birthright with just two governors from coming together. Now, what these governors need is a strong pressure group that will have their back. Right now, they are coming together, whereas we, the youths, on the other hand, are still fighting this Biafra, Odua, Bini, Niger. But if there is a pressure group that complements the idea that yes, Southern presidency must come to the South, you see, there cannot be a form of synergy. While they do their thing, we will now give support. For instance, I told you the other time, I am not a member of APC. As a matter of fact, I hate APC with a passion. But if today a presidency from the South, who will not be a puppet of the North, comes from APC, and I know he's going to, bring a government of equity, government of fairness, I will support APC.
Yeah,
But I don't support. I don't like APC as it is now.
If they nominate someone,
but if PDP brings a northern presidency, even if the northern presidency is Jesus Christ, I will sit at home and I will not go and vote. Because it will look so stupid that Nigeria will be passing power from one. Now, there's a friend of mine from UK say, well, there's this type of intellectual mentality that we Southerners used to think. We say, man, I don't do all this religious thing. I don't do all this sentimental thing. Anybody that can rule the country, he can come from the north, he can come from the west. Now, it is this mindset the North capitalizes to make us look stupid, because they don't think like this. They don't think like this. As far as they're concerned, once they're in power, is because they don't have institutions that their people feed on. It's only power. So power is like a corporate entity for the North. Power is like a corporate entity for the North. So while you are there busy speaking this grandiloquence, using grammatic conjecture to describe Nigerian politics and trying to be politically correct, trying to justify yourself that you have a more conscientious approach to politics, they are laughing at you. They are just laughing at you because that's not what they think. Because the guiding principle of the northern polity is that Nigeria say malang. Nigeria say malang. That simply means Nigeria must be ruled by a Muslim. It's a common nomenclature here. Nigeria say malang. So
Raka,
how do you begin to speak? Yeah,
Mr. Raka, I will tell you now that this upcoming election 2023, if Atiku decides to run for the presidency, he's going to win the election. So if we are advocating for the presidency to come to the southern region of Nigeria, we should be looking at 2027. 2027.
No. I will not. I for one will not. I will not support.
We have to be
okay. Realistic. Go ahead.
I've never predicted anything.
No, your realism is not my realism.
I know.
I will be very stupid to begin to think that after 8 years, after 2 tenures of the North, the South has not been able to realize that there is a need to put their acts together and get power back.
Because they are not ready.
So we can. So if we are not ready, then these people should stop leeching on our wealth.
Because these people.
Because everything, even the conduct of the election, the finances needed to conduct this election is going to come from the South. The debt we are collecting abroad is going to be mortgaged by wealth from the South.
I understand.
If today we are unable to pay, so we cannot be the custodian that lays the golden egg, or the goose that lays the golden egg. Yet we just be a dormant goose that doesn't say anything, that doesn't even quackle, such that any idiot could just wake up and say, I want to be president, and then the resources that you use to govern this country is readily available to the South, who will not retaliate, who will not protest, who will not say no. They will say, do you know how much it pains me when I see a Southern politician going to seek relevance for the North? Do you know how much it pains me? It pains me so much that an Amechi will take the wealth of his state to finance a presidential candidate from the North.
Because
the same Amechi, after becoming minister, we still oversee projects that shortchange the South. The only railway that is leaking is it Kano to Niger. He's one overseeing it. As a minister for transport, what road has he done to the South? What railway has he done to the South? Nothing.
Look, Mr. Raka.
We had an Oshomole that's from the South. An Oshomole from the South was chairman of APC. He is the same one who said that once you come to APC, your sins are forgiven. So you can see all the nefarious characters that the South can produce as politicians. But
Mr.
what
Raka,
we do not have is okay. Go ahead.
As we are doing that as well, as you are advocating for the presidency to come to this the southern region of Nigeria, you should not forget the fact that decentralization will also help to bring, give us the authority to manage our own resources. You understand? Decentralization, the federalism, the system of federalism that will relinquish power or authority to states to manage their own resources and implement
let me
policies
say something
affecting them.
about Atiku. Let me say something about Atiku, because
I
no,
understand
you
that
mentioned
we're
Atiku.
talking about this.
No, you meant no. It could be that maybe people who are listening may think that you have a soft spot for Atiku. Maybe, well, let Atiku come. Then no. Let me tell you something about Atiku. Now, Atiku contested with Buhari, right? Now, when Buhari came into power and was doing all the atrocious, dishing out all the atrocious policies that every comment that is condemning these policies. Atiku never made any comment condemning the activities of headsmen. Atiku never made any comment condemning the activities of kidnap. Atiku never made any observation of the current government and condemn it. So, because he is a Fulani man, if he's not a Fulani man, he has links with Fulani, he has relationship with Fulanis. What is the guarantee? Because what I know, having stayed with them, I know that these people can change at will. What is the guarantee that an Atiku will not only come and just go on? Because what I know with a Fulani, they have a code. No Fulani man will go against a Fulani man. It's not possible. Even if that Fulani man is known to be wicked, no Fulani man will go against another Fulani man. So if Nigeria has deteriorated to the point that the whole South, that is, do you know there are more tribes in the South than we have in the North? The whole South, as big as we are, as wealthy as we are, as exposed as we are, as intellectually endowed as we are, cannot study the political variables of Nigeria and decide that, okay, this is what we need to do to collect power from this thing. And then the only option we have is a resolution that has been formed by years of narratives of the North that they are more than us in population. And therefore, for us to just go, let's give Atiku. I will not be part of a thinking or of a thought process or of an ideology that suggests that presidency should leave Buhari's hand and go to Atiku's hand. What does that tell you about? It means Nigeria is rotten. Nigeria is rotten. It means, in fact, that means the whole of the South is cursed. I will not be part of that. In fact, it's preposterous that I will even conjecture that I will even think it's going to happen. If Atiku truly is a Democrat, it should allow, he now should say, okay, they should, because of the realities of the political situation, because what PDP is waiting for, let me tell you what's happened. Because APC knows that they cannot field another Northerners as a presidential flag bearer. It's not possible. And they might even think of a third term for Buhari if they see that the permutation will bring power to go to the South. But then they'll be shocked as to that will mean tempting I think they'll be testing the resolve of Nigerians if that happens. But let's pray that does not happen. But you see, what the North is doing is that they know that PDP has a standing motion that the presidency is going to go back to the North, right? So the hypocrisy is that the APC will field a southern candidate, and then the PDP will field a northern candidate. Now, the North, they have a way of growing above this party politics. They are not like us when we are the APC. They don't do that. The moment PDP fields a northern president, I can tell you that the whole of the North will switch to PDP. And then we, on the other hand, we bring this idea that Atiku is a liberal man, they drink beer, they carry woman, go behave like a, but we just give up. No, sir. That is a political defeatist mentality. We must take our right. We must begin to look ourselves as people capable of determining the political shape of Nigeria. We cannot just be sitting down and people who contribute absolutely nothing sit somewhere and say that this is who should become. You people should wait. Let us finish ruling ourselves before you come in. What?
One thing
you think if the Northerners are the ones with this wealth, you think any Southerner will become president? Recently, they discovered gold. Nobody's talking about the gold in Zamfara. The revenues of the gold in Zamfara is not even indicated in the budget of Nigeria. Nowhere in the budget of Nigeria, it is okay. A total amount expected of gold mining, expected from gold mining in Zamfara, 3 billion naira or 4 billion naira. You don't see it. Everything is crude oil and borrowing loans from abroad. So what belongs to the North is the North. What belongs to the South is the South. You think if the North owns this wealth, They will even allow you to be talking about presidency.
Mr. Raka, I
So
understand you.
I cannot be part of a program that says the narrative, a defeatist narrative that we cannot take presidency in 2023. We must take presidency in 2023, and the only way we can do that is believing that we must first counter this retrogressive narrative. So to us that if they have this population, why are they feeding small kids? We can take the politics. We just need to work around these ethnic divisions that we have in the South. Just navigate around this negative, this ethnic divisions, and that's all.
Mr. Raka, I understand you. I understand you. However, those people who are supposed to push, we are the citizens. We're supposed to support a leader, a candidate in the certain region. So the question here is whether.
Hello, I'll call you. I'm on a phone call. I'll call you. Go ahead.
Let me repeat this again. You know, we are the citizens. We are supposed to be backing a candidate from the certain region. The question is whether or not are our politicians in the certain region ready to unite to confront the northern leaders? One question.
Yes, now the fact that you have governors coming together, the fact that you have governors coming together. Look, we should give credit. We should
forget that.
No, I can't say forget. It is something. In as much as they're able to come together once and they're able to come together twice, it shows that it's something we should be having faith. They started something and they did it the second time, and they brought out communication. And then we are saying we should forget that thing.
I can play that video over and over again. I played it so many times before on this program. These people were not firm in their decisions or demand from the federal government. They said they were demanding for decentralization. They were not firm at all. Since then, I've never heard from them anymore. From that, after that first meeting, they was it in the Delta State or something, when they invited Buhari, and Buhari sent some of his people from the northern region. You can see how the northerners, you know, the way they positioned themselves that day during the meeting. These people, our certain leaders, are not serious. They are not united enough. Some of them, they don't want to speak out because their position rely heavily on the northerners. You understand? When a northern leader elected you to power, or when all your position or your power rely heavily on the northern leader, what will you do? So these people, they can talk. We have many governors, strong governors there that day, but I didn't see their voice. They didn't say anything. To me, they were not firm enough. They were not firm because there's no unity. Do not rely on our certain politicians. These people are not united enough because of the corruption embedded in the system. So we have to be realistic. During that past election, presidential election, I said the same thing. So there are some Nigerians on social media who were saying that one of the youth candidates, Shawore, is going to win the presidency. Oh my God. You know, I always say the truth, and people will insult me whenever I'm saying the truth. I told them, look, Shawore is not close to winning presidency in Nigeria in the next 10 years. They say, oh my God, some of them said they will report my page for me to even say that Shawore is winning. They insulted me heavily. But today, what is going on in Nigeria? I'm predicting it second time again now. I always predict things here. You understand? I've never predicted anything that did not come to pass. Me, Nekbe, I'm saying it second time here, that this presidency, 2023, with Atiku deciding to run for the presidency, we cannot take it away from him. So not until the certain leaders, the politicians in the certain region unite with one voice against the northern. Otherwise, we are not seeing any light from them right now, Mr.
Okay. Still on this Atiku matter.
Yes.
Still on this Atiku matter. How old was Atiku when he was contesting with Buhari?
Atiku is I think Atiku was 71 at that time when he was contesting.
Okay, 71. Add 8 years to Atiku. Add 8 years to Atiku.
Yeah, it would be 80.
That's 79. That will be 79. Abi?
Yeah.
Atiku will be 79 by the time Buhari steps down.
Mm.
Then add another 8 years to 79. That's 80 something, almost 90. Are we not, as Africans, tired of old, docile, senile people ruling this Nigeria? The
Yeah,
other day, I
that's
saw one conference in abroad where one African leader was limping with a crutch to the conference. Are we as Africans not tired of these old senile people because they don't have the ability to synchronize their thought process to be in consonance with current modern trend? These are people who are saying that Bitcoin is going to the Bitcoin, they've banned Bitcoin. These are people who are saying that electronic transmission of vote, PDP will come and use their Yahoo boys to rig election. Electronic transmission means the result there, right in the polling unit, you transmit it electrically straight to collation center, because so that any magumagu will not happen between transporting the result from the collation center to from the polling unit to the collation center. So the reason why you see all these old men, because their time has passed, they are still operating exposures they had in 1980s and operating those exposures, those 1980 exposures in 2020 something. 40 years after, you are still, because these are people, if they go to Facebook, I don't think they do Facebook, I don't think they do Twitter, I don't think they do YouTube, I don't think they even know what was the current trend. All their own is just go and pack money, buy big cars, and carry young girls, lodge in a hotel. I was in an Abuja one time. I saw a senator member in the same hotel I was lodging in Abuja. They brought 2 women into that place. A popular one, the House of Reps, not Senator, House of Reps. So these are what they do. Just carry. There's a video I just watched there where in the north, Senator, they call his name. The people just scattered about thousands of people, and he was spreading money around. Are these the type of people you want policies? Instead of spreading those money and sharing those money in bits, why not build a borehole? Why not build a market? Why not build shops? Why not import things and share, create entrepreneurs? Because if I feed you today, I will need to feed you tomorrow. We have governors who are buying shoe shining kits. He bought 5,000 shoe shining kits. That means the fate of 5,000 youths in the north have been sealed to be shining shoes. Why not use the same money to buy leather work so that you employ people who will be 5,000 youths who will be creating shoes from hides and skins that is produced in the north? So this old, we have somebody who was the director of raw mineral production agency, one producer that has to, they ask him, what have you done with what have you achieved as the director of raw material research something that they produce we have produced a technology that produces kilishi. You know kilishi? Kilishi is steak meat, steak, steak meat, where you put a granite powder and then put granite and then you roast it and eat that kilishi meat. That is what a director of a research institution for 32 years was able to produce. When countries are producing airplanes, producing airphone, Rwanda here is already technologically competing with people abroad. And then we are talking about kilishi. So these old senior people should go. They should just go. Even the Sowore, as much as I know that Sowore will not win, but I know that if he can get the flagship of, because the truth is that APC or PDP will produce the next presidency. You said you're talking about realism, Abi. No any other party, whether it is ABGA, YPP, or you're just wasting your time. Those people coming from those parties are just looking for recognition. APC and PDP are still the 2 top parties that will produce the president. So any president that is coming, if you are not able to capture the flagship of these 2 parties, forget it. You're just going to cut people's vote. You get me? So if Sowore, I don't have anything against Sowore, but if he's a Southerner, so to prove that I'm not biased, if he can come up either in APC or PDP, I will generate support for him 100%. I will generate support for him. But I know he cannot get the flagship of any of these 2 parties.
Exactly.
All I am pro-South. I am pro-South. Anybody that comes from South, if the whole of the South vote for the South, You get me? I'm telling you, the middle belt. You see, the middle belt are the jokers. They are like the last straw. Wherever they put their weight on, that is the day. If the Yorubas already, they've tested the drawbacks of their alliance with the cabal. So they too are willing. In fact, the people who are championing this Southern Governors Forum meeting is the governors of the South, in case you don't know. Now, in the governors of the South, we have Muslims, we have Christians, but these are people who are able to cut themselves above this religious divide, above ethnic divide. They are now seeing that for us to put these people in check, this idea of saying, give us 5,000 acres of land, give us these acres of land, like just like that, you go to people's territories and you're asking them to give you land because you want to pass cow, a business that is strictly for personal business. They should give you land by force in another man's land to do your personal business. It's funny. This madness has to stop. This madness must stop completely. So, and if you are thinking that the government of the Buhari will on its own say, okay, we stop grazing route, it's not going to happen because it's your land. The constitution said that the governor of a state is the chief protector of that land. So if you cannot say, no, sir, don't bring this into my land, then is it Buhari who wants you? Definitely from his comment, from his body language, from his interview, you could see that he wants his brothers to, is the same Buhari who opened our borders and said that all his brothers abroad can come into Nigeria. So we have a Nigeria today that is a Nigeria of not only Nigerians, but Nigeria of Nigerians, Nigeria of Chadians, Nigeria of other countries. So Nigeria is so porous now that our borders is open for anybody to just come in and claim Nigerians. Hey, even take a political position. I can assure you that if we take a forensic analysis of the House of Representative members or House of Senate members, you see that foreigners are actually in our House of Assemblies making policies for us. And if you do have foreigners making policies for us, how do you expect them to make policies that will be good for Nigerians alone? The idea that they are making railway from Nigeria to Niger, do you think it is only Nigerians in the House of Assembly that voted for it? We have foreigners in our land, you get me? When Goodluck came out and said that there are Boko Haram people in his cabinet and foreigners in cabinet, we thought he was joking. Today you see it is quite evident. So we have the resources of Nigeria not only being depleted and wastefully supporting bandits from the north, we have our resources also supporting the excesses of other countries such as Niger and Chad and other Boko Haramic neighboring states.
Mr. Raka, decentralization will help to remove resources from the north. So if
that is the truth. Now, when you say decentralization, is it the people in power that are enjoying the power that will bring the idea of decentralization? I said in one of my videos, I said, look, for us to change this country, because the truth is that nobody is going to help you to break this country. All this agitation will not work. Let us come. Let us realize that, look, let us come. This agitation will not work. All this Odua, Biafra, you can demonstrate all you want in London. Then you just waste your time. That will not amount to anything. It is called United Nations. The first task of United Nations is to unite nations, not break nations. They don't break nations. You get me? So the truth is that we must work to get hold of the keyboard of that computer. It is whatever we type on that computer that the computer, it is whatever we typed on the keyboard that the computer responds to. So right now, we are not in control of the keyboard. The North is in control of the keyboard. So let's get this keyboard. When we now get the keyboard, the commander, if people who are blaming Jonathan, this is the only place I blame Jonathan, because he didn't understand what these people represented. He was thinking that, well, if you work with professors, they are able to think above these religious and ethnic proclivities. Unfortunately, Goodluck was wrong. He employed a Jega, who at the last time you could see that he also helped in rigging Goodluck Jonathan out. His close allies, who he made Northerners, they all betrayed him. Because at one point, they felt it was okay for the Southerner to become president. Let the North take over. We cannot give the power for who to become president to rest in the hand of the North. It's annoying. And the reason why the North have this is because we Southerners, we enjoy this idea of fighting among ourselves. So the fact that the Southern governors have come together, let's not, we as Southerners, as non-governors or non-politicians, let us show them that we have faith in them. So at least by the time we begin to create support for them, we encourage them. Like Goodluck Jonathan, when he was president, he never had any support. It was his own brother. Where is Oshomole from? Is he not from the south? Amechi, is he not from the south? Obi Ezekwili, is he not from the south? All the people that worked against him, bring back our girls, everything. Were they not from the south? How do you fight a people? How do you fight policies to save your own people when it's your own people that are fighting you? It makes no sense to me. So me, I don't support the idea that we should wait till 20, because when the 2027 come again, the APC will bring another northern governors. They did not will shift to APC again. Then they will tell that, well, it is the policy of APC that as the time article finishes, it's a north that will come in again. Because the north will only, the core north will only, if they like, let dollar become 2,000 naira per 2,000 naira per dollar. Let rice, a measure of rice, become 5,000 naira. Them their own, that once it is a northerner, it is a northerner, they will vote. They have this political ideology that Nigeria is same Malan. Don't forget that in the north we have an oligarchic system of government whereby they believe that some people are believed to be born rich, whereas others are believed to be born poor. So those who are poor believe that this is where God has placed me. Those that are rich will fight for me. So even if I see them buying cars and I'm wearing slippers, it doesn't matter. This is my fate. This is where I belong. And they are proud about it. That's why you see people saying, Allah yabaka kabamu. Allah yabaka kabamu in Hausa simply means, may God give to Nekpe. No. Sorry. Allah yabani mbaki. That means, may God give Magnus, so I will give Nekpe. You get me? That is the mentality here.
Why are you revising it? Mr. Raka.
So that is the mentality here. Allah yabaka kabamu. That means may God give you so that you can give me. Now, a people with that type of mentality simply means that such a people will not work to develop. That's why their governors can buy them shoe shining kits to start work and they are okay with it. That's why a politician who goes to Abuja to pick money will be sharing you money, one naira. At least in that stampede, highest you can pack, maybe you can get 9,000 or 10,000 or what is 10,000 now? But they are happy. In fact, that man who came and did that to them has done everything. But you and I know that if a politician comes to do that in our village, now we go use our mouth to kill him because it's bad. We'd rather see you do that money, maybe renovate a school or build school for us or repair our roads. We want infrastructure. We can use our hand to work. Now, what the North do, the North is merchandising laziness and illiteracy.
And you can see that
and we cannot continue to use our wealth.
In the Southern region, the other day...
I said no, the North is merchandising laziness and poverty. They see poverty as a state to use to bargain for the national cake. Poverty and illiteracy, they are now using it. How do I go to school? Have you seen the level of graduates that are being graduated from the North? My sister, dare not speak with them because you just shake your head.
Really?
I was making a video. I said, for me, my first jam, I scored 214. Second jam, 216. Third jam, 264. It was when I scored 264, I was able to read accounting in University of Maiduguri. When I was registering, I registered with somebody who had 170. Can you imagine? 260 and 170 in the same course.
Why?
First batch, not second batch. First batch list.
Why the unequal requirements?
That is it. And they say that they are from less educationally developed states. At the end of the day, you see somebody with 130, 130. In that place, in the admission office, I saw a girl who they gave to read medicine. She told the admission officer that she can't read medicine. The admission officer slapped her. I can't forget this thing. Slapped her, say, what are you doing? You foolish girl. Come on, go and take it. So whether you read or not, you pass. Just go. Now you have somebody who knows she can't read medicine, but was given medicine to read anyway. Now the same person will read because her name is Halima. When she brings a result and they are marking a result with a Magnus Soraka, they will mark me based on merit and I will fail or pass. Then they will mark this one based on tribalism. So whether he fails or he passes, they will pass him. At the end of the day, you have a doctor that doesn't know exhaustively the anatomy of human being, taking syringe and putting injection in your body, or taking what's that thing they call performing surgery on you.
That is why people have been
So how
complaining.
so
Eh,
so how do you these people and the leaders that they are producing for us, they don't want to change this dynamics, because changing the dynamics will expose the youth to begin to question that oligarchic system that said, okay, why must you be the one that will have before I can get? Why not me too?
having
Why can't I have?
independent
I give to you.
and be independent.
When the children fight, when they behead children and they fight children, the rich man's children is never involved. It is always the poor man's children that does the riot and fight and kill people and does that. So they know that if these youths have proper education, they will start questioning some of the political intricacies that illiteracy has inhibited them from understanding. You get me? So that's why when Jonathan was trying to build Almajiri schools for these Almajiris to take them away from the street, I believe that was a step into taking these people off. You could see how vehemently the North fought against that idea, because these youths, these Almajiris, need to continue remaining on the street, because these are the people that will not question the morality of policies. These are the people that will not question the rightness or wrongness of policies. All they know is that when they hear Malam Yache, that means Malam Yache means our, what is Malam? Our teacher has said, and they will just go and do. If they tell them in the mosque, vote for this man, nobody will, they will say, if you vote against I draw your sin for you, that means I curse you. Everybody will go and vote for that person. That's the type of politics they practice in the North. So but when you come from the South and you begin to use,
Mr. Raka, do you think that this oligarchic system is working for the North? Don't you think that these children?
You see, it doesn't matter. It is you that it is you.
Let me finish. Let me finish my question. Don't you think that these illiterate children are posing threats to the security of the northern region of Nigeria?
That is what is happening today. Now, I thought we said this before. What is happening today is an accumulation of the excesses of the policies of the North that encourages illiteracy and poverty to thrive. Now, when illiteracy and poverty thrives with an ailing economy, it means that there are groups of people who are finding it difficult to live, who are finding it difficult to sustain their means of subsistence. And when you don't have a skill set to generate funds, and you are illiterate and you are poor, the only option available to you is crime. So when you see kidnapping and banditry on the high, it's just a metamorphosis of the ineptitude of the northern politicians to develop their youth. You understand me? To develop their youth.
Mr. Raka,
so,
okay, let me
to be very
one last question before we leave. Next time we'll continue because I have appointment this morning. Mr. Raka, you said the southern region of Nigeria. From where to where is considered a southern region of Nigeria?
The southern region of Nigeria is the whole of, anywhere you see south, east, southwest, that is the south. But even though in my geographic location, Benue should be southern region, Taraba, Kwara, part of Plateau should be southern region, because if you have a country where Abuja is deemed to be the center of the country, why on earth will you be referring to anywhere below Abuja as north? There's no reason why, because if you have Abuja as the center of Nigeria, then anything below Abuja is south and everything above Abuja is north. But these are years of narratives that have been sold to us. So to even begin to align our mental state to accept these new realities is going to be difficult. It will take years. But why do you think these people canceled history in our school? They've cancelled history. They've cancelled our school curriculum has been doctored in such a way. Yes, there's no school teaches history, even in university.
Do you think
so they've doctored our school. They've doctored our school curriculum in such a way that it continues to feed this narrative that the North has more political advantages than us in the South. That is not true. Our political advantage that we have against the North is so enormous, is so numerous. What we lack, though, is the ability to harness these advantages against the North in politics. That is what we lack.
Mr. Raka, do you think that Benue State carries the same ideology as the southern region of Nigeria?
No, yeah. Okay, yeah, yes, of course. The Benue man, let me tell you what they do to Benue Taraba Plateau. There's what we call Northern Governors Forum. Anytime they want to choose the chairman of Northern Governors Forum, it always comes from Benue, Plateau, or Taraba. Now, this is an idea to make the North, because they know by association, these people are not Northerners, but they give them these positions, which is actually nothing. But when it comes to Arewa Consultative Forum, the chairman of Arewa Consultative Forum will never come from this Benue, Plateau, Taraba, never. But this chairman, Northern Governors Forum, is just, how do I put it? It's a glue that is an adhesive that that joins the mindset, or that fits the mindset of these states that they are Northerners, because they know they are not. If you are traveling, once you enter Benue, you see that the greenery, the cultural setting, the agricultural setting, the atmosphere, the soil, everything changes to south. If you go to Taraba, the same thing. If you go to Plateau, the same thing. But why is it that they are still referred to North? Because people who are supposed to ask these fundamental questions have not asked. But for now, let's do it, because when they joined Nigeria, the Northern Protectorate was bigger in landmass than the Southern Protectorate. But when they joined us together, they forgot that we are no longer Southern Protectorate and Northern Protectorate. We are now one entity. Like the North will always say, one Nigeria, one. If we are indeed one Nigeria, then the description should change from half of Nigeria downward to be south, and then half upward should be north.
If we are
But
one
these
Nigeria,
are the political intricacies that.
If we are one Nigeria,
go ahead.
If we are one Nigeria, the political position should be equally distributed among citizens.
That is it.
That is what we want.
That is it. But your politicians in the south will not think this way, because all they think of is just how to get money that will be sanctioned by the northern cabals. Okay, you can steal. Okay, you want to steal 7 billion. Okay, you can steal the 7 billion, but please bring 2 billion to me. Even the much acclaimed NNDC, this 13% derivation, I can still tell you that the North still eats from it. This Niger Data Development, whatever, the North still eats from that money, because you want to steal from that money. Okay, yeah, what's my share? Okay, bring it so that I will not send EFCC to come and catch you. The reason why you see most of our politicians not talking, because these cabals, they have their secret. They have Akpabio, Gospel Akpabio, that was talking and shouting in the Senate. All of a sudden, he's wearing turban. All of a sudden, he's decamping, because they have his secret. And once they press those balls, you have to play by it's pure political blackmail. What they do is that Oshomole today is quiet. Are you hearing Oshomole again? It's quiet because you dare talk, will reveal your secret that you have an airport in Kenya. You have fleet of, that is what this is all about. But we, the Southerners, even though you have any secret about the North, you cannot even use the secret to blackmail them, because they will always support themselves. Hush Puppy, I was reading the news. I don't know. Now, waiting, I read though. Hush Puppy is just revealing that he bribed Abba Kyari with 1.1 billion naira. But nobody's going to touch him, because they know how to protect their own. But if the Abba Kyari was a Southerner and a Northerner say he gave him, now we go, hey, you see, thief, kill him, let him go answer for his crime. So we are not playing this politics according to a general rule that how politics should be played in Nigeria. We are playing politics, textbook politics. We are playing textbook politics. You get me? The North will always play politics of regional politics. They've been playing it right from independence. We were playing politics of ethnicity. And the ethnicity among ourselves. We are competing among ourselves. No politician from the South has looked up as, okay, let me build my political agenda to transcend this petty ethnic rivalry in the South, and see I can transcend and pick the North and control the North. Nobody does that. You get me? So that's why I said, if people are listening, please go to Facebook and search for Presidency Must Come to the North. It's a page, and link in. Let's form a crowd and support these governors. what the governors need is that, okay, they have a support, they have a pressure group that supports them. We can even interact with them and tell them what to, harness our experience and our political observation and calculate the best political approach and see how we can do it. If APC brings a
APC, hello. Oh, Mr. Araka.
you
Hello.
get me? That is
APC.
just it. I tell you, I don't like APC. I am somebody.
Honestly, APC political party is a tribalistic one in Nigeria. Tribalistic one. I still remember what I said. Was it not last year before the? Hello, Mr. Araka. Oh my God. Hello, everyone. Guys, I have to leave right now because I have somewhere going to. We'll continue with this discussion. It's going to be a continuous kind of program. We're going to be discussing different aspects of this same topic. All right. Mr. Oraka, I think he said he created a page on Facebook that you can go there and like it and follow Mr. Oraka. And I will bring this program to Nebo TV all the time. All right. I have to leave that. Mr. Oraka, okay, he's coming back. Mr. Araka. Hello, Mr. Araka. Mr. Araka, we have to end the program, all right? So we'll come back next time to continue with this idea of President Buhari running a tribalistic government with high level of impunity. So we'll continue next time with this discussion. Mr. Araka is trying to join the program again, but I'm going to end it. Thank you all for watching. If today is your first time of visiting our YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. Then we'll come back again. We'll continue with this program. This one is very important. It's something that has to do with all Nigerians. This is not a secession kind of a topic or group. So let's discuss about matters that affect all Nigerians. Okay. So this idea of dividing ourselves, forming a group, secessionists and all that, it's not going to solve the problem. I don't see any division in Nigeria. So let's come together and use our voices to mobilize against this tribalistic government that the APC is promoting in the country. This current administration, I've never seen anything like this before. It's like the Hausa people or the Northerners are ruling Nigeria. Okay, so let's talk about something important and don't be wasting our time leaving hate messages or insulting someone. Okay, if you are leaving comments, please leave a meaningful comment that I can read and post. I will post it. Then we analyze your comments. Be productive. When you are here, make sure you use your time wisely. Next time, if we come back again, I will allow the audience to leave comments, questions that we can, reflect on. All right. Don't be wasting time leaving insulting messages. Let's discuss about something important, how we can move Nigeria forward. All right. Thank you all for watching and see you guys next time. Bye for now.